These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
Hello, I'm Megan Thompson, tracking those top stories for you right now from ABC15 Arizona. Remembering the life of Preston Lord, today does mark 2 years since the teen was beaten at a Halloween party in Queen Creek and died 2 days later. His death sparking an anti-teen violence movement in the East Valley. Today, there will be a community walk in his remembrance. It begins at 6. Friends, family, and community members will gather at the Queen Creek Police Department. As the government shutdown drags on, so does the controversy over the delay in swearing in Arizona Congresswoman-elect Adelita Grijalva. Grijalva won the special election to fill her father's seat in the U.S. House more than a month ago now. She recently met with voters at a senior center near Yuma, but remains no closer to knowing when she'll represent the people of parts of the West Valley, Tucson, and Yuma County. Here's what she told our own Nick Saletti.
Playing these political games is crazy, and we're playing with people's lives, and it's a room full of people that I can look to when I'm thinking about who is it that I'm fighting for.
House Speaker Mike Johnson says Grijalva will be sworn in once Congress is back in session. And a reminder, today is the last day for you to mail your ballot ahead of next week's special election. However, if you miss the deadline, you can still use a drop box or vote in person at a ballot replacement center. There are dozens of locations available. You can find more information at locations.maricopa.vote. Friday is the last day for early in-person voting. Election day is just 1 week from today. That is November 4th. Well, President Donald Trump announced the end of the penny in February, and in May, the U.S. Mint made its last order for penny blanks. Scripps News Group's Holly Furfer explains now how some retailers are starting to see them disappear from their registers.
We may be seeing the beginning of the end for the penny. Local shortages may already be happening in pockets of the country, but most Americans haven't felt it yet.
Most transactions today are digital, but the people who tend to use cash and rely on cash will definitely feel the penny shortage before the rest of us.
Without pennies, businesses will have to decide whether to round prices to the nearest nickel or even dollar, changing the familiar 99-cent effect, where a price just under $1 feels cheaper.
This is called the left digit effect because our brain tends to process information from left to right.
Some companies are already making adjustments. Kroger stores are asking customers for exact change. Truck Stop, Love's, and gas station Quick Trip are rounding totals to the nickel.
I think that there is some practical, implementation of rounding that, that businesses are going to do on the fly. I don't necessarily think it's going to have a significant impact on a lot of consumers or businesses.
Under federal rules, retailers that accept SNAP benefits are required to treat customers equally, making rounding totals for cash customers and not for digital transactions a difficult policy decision. The national retail groups sent a letter to Congress in September asking the government to make rules before the shortage issue becomes widespread. From a cost perspective, phasing out the penny makes sense.
We shouldn't be necessarily producing money that the cost is higher.
Popovich says the biggest impacts are likely to be emotional, not economic. The penny has a place in American culture.
We have sayings around the penny, like a penny saved is a penny earned, and find a penny, pick it up all day long, you'll have good luck and stuff like that. So it feels, I think, emotionally symbolic.
Holly Furfer, Scripps News Group, Atlanta.
With your most accurate forecast on this Tuesday, I'm meteorologist Jorge Torres. It'll be sizzling today, at least for late October standards. We'll start off with temperatures this morning in the upper 60s, though, so the mornings are at least still comfortable. Midday, we're abundant sunshine, tracking temperatures in the mid-80s by then. And by the afternoon, forecasting a high of 93 degrees. Our normal high is 85, so it'll be 8 degrees above normal for this time of year later on today in the valley. And across many parts of Arizona, including down south toward Casa Grande, Gila Bend, Yuma, all in the lower 90s, 50s and 60s up in the high country and along the rim, with 70s in Prescott, Payson, and Sedona, and 80s there in Mojave County, where the winds will crank up today, as we do have a wind advisory this morning through this evening for areas like Lake Havasu City, Lake Mead, and Bullhead City. Gusts here right around 40 to 45. Your 7-day forecast showing those temperatures in the valley staying in the 90s through Thursday. Then we cool down slowly for Halloween and the weekend. Flags have highs today only in the 50s. Then we're back in the 60s the rest of the week and weekend too, with overnight lows staying in the 20s and mid to upper 30s.
For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, head to abc15.com, or you can download that free ABC15 mobile app.
These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.